For news, sports, and entertainment, you're watching Campus Television, Channel 25, weeknights from 8 to midnight.
For Tuesday, November 30th, 2004, this is Campus Television News. Tonight on CTV News, the mysterious death of a Colorado State University student raises many questions and prompts an investigation.
Also today, the top official in charge of Homeland Security announces that he is stepping down. Welcome to CTV News. I'm Stephanie Ross.
And I'm Elizabeth Kerrigan, filling in for Jared Worksma. CSU was shocked with yet another student's death over Thanksgiving break. Senior David Karspect was pronounced dead at Poudre Valley Hospital last Tuesday night after he was found unconscious in the CSU Rec Center pool. CTV News reporter Rachel Regalado joins us now outside the CSU Student Rec Center with more on the story. Rachel?
That's right, Liz. The CSU Police Department and the Larimer County Coroner's Office are in the process of investigating the strange and mysterious death of a young and healthy CSU senior. Students returned to a somber campus Monday after news about 23-year-old student David Karspect's death was released. Karspect was found face down in the campus rec center pool by another student Tuesday evening.
Last Tuesday night, approximately 6:30 p.m., a male student was swimming laps and was seen by another swimmer at the bottom of the pool. The lifeguard was alerted. They pulled the swimmer out of the pool, began resuscitation on him.
Karspect still had a pulse when he was pulled from the water, but was later pronounced dead at Poudre Valley Hospital. The cause of Karspect's death is still under investigation, pending an autopsy report from the Larimer County Coroner's Office.
It is not a criminal investigation. It's an investigation, the type of thing that occurs anytime there's a death.
Karspect was a regular swimmer at the campus rec center, although it is not certain whether or not he was a member of the swim team. Karspect was at the rec center with his brother John Karspect when the incident occurred.
By law, we have not been able to really release even the student's name officially from the university, even though that's out there.
The silent secrets the rec center pool holds regarding Karspect's death will not be revealed until the investigation is completed. Until then, the CSU campus and Fort Collins community can only wait and wonder. Has not yet released an official statement regarding the death and probably won't do so until the investigation is complete.
Rachel, now you said that this is not a criminal investigation. If that's the case, what exactly are police looking for?
The investigation is a standard procedure that takes place whenever there is a death. The Larimer County Coroner just wants to know what happened to this young man.
Okay, well, hopefully they'll find some answers soon. Thanks for the update, Rachel.
The weeks since the November 2nd election have been filled with the resignations of 6 presidential cabinet members, and today the 7th. Secretary of Homeland Security Tom Ridge announced this afternoon that he is stepping down from his post. Ridge has served in the post since October of 2001. Possible successors include Homeland Security Advisor Francis Townsend and Undersecretary Asia Hutchinson. Ridge's resignation letter ended on a positive note. I think we've accomplished a great deal in a short period of time. As I've said to the president, there will always be more work for us to do in Homeland Security. But if you take a look at many of the innovations, the improvements to security, the enhancements to safety, just all in all, I think it's a reflection of the commitment and the dedication and the energy and the professionalism, really the combined power of 180,000 people strong, he said, referring to the nearly 200,000 employees he's worked with since taking the position in 2001.
Universities banning military recruitment may continue to receive federal funding, at least for now. A federal appellate court in Pennsylvania has ruled that a law allowing the government to pull funding from the schools may be ruled unconstitutional and cannot be enforced. Some schools in New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, and Virginia have banned military recruitment on campus because of military policy not allowing gays to serve openly. The court says that the law may infringe upon free speech rights with big-time consequences.
It also went on and talked about compelled speech and said this is just being forced to say something that you don't believe in, and the stakes are pretty high because if you lose federal funding, that's a serious problem for the entire school.
The decision may be reviewed again in the U.S. Supreme Court. Also in the U.S. Supreme Court, should sick people be allowed to smoke marijuana for medical reasons? 11 states say it's okay, but the Bush administration says it's against federal law because Congress has not yet recognized pot as medicine. The critics of medical marijuana say that the dangers far outweigh the benefits, but some medicinal users say that they can't live without it. A decision from the Supreme Court is expected sometime next year.
The CSU Alcohol Task Force is continuing in their efforts to educate students on the dangers of binge drinking. The force brought in a speaker sponsored by Anheuser-Busch Courage to Care program. Reporter Erica Summers now joins us with the story. And so, Erica, I understand that was a very emotional presentation.
It was, Stephanie. It was very heartfelt and emotional at times. The speaker really tried hard to ward off more future alcohol-related deaths in the future. The presenter is the nationally renowned speaker, Caroline Cornelison. She visited the CSU campus before Thanksgiving break. She spoke to fraternity and sorority students and athletes about her personal experiences with binge drinking and alcoholism.
The Laurie Student Center was packed with students filling up all chairs and floor space. Laughter and sadness were emotions both Cornelison and students experienced during her presentation.
And I would go up to people and I'd say, well, what are you drinking? And they said, that is a Black Russian. I said, well, let me try that. I took a little swig. I said, what's that right there? They said, that's a White Russian. I said, I don't discriminate, let me try that. And then they said, what's that right there? And I said, that's tequila. I was multicultural before my time.
Cornelison recently signed a contract with Lifetime Network for Women to produce a movie about her life and how she conquered alcoholism.
Prior to coming here, I got nervous. And I got nervous because of y'all's tragedy. I really did, and because of the University of Colorado's tragedy. And I got up here and I thought, is there something else I'm supposed to say? Is there some way I'm supposed to say it? And I'm not. I'm still going to tell you my exact story.
Before receiving help, Cornelison collected 2 DUIs and drove her car off a 44-foot cliff. A tree caught Cornelison's car and saved both her and her sorority sister's lives.
She was good. She was really good. She made some really interesting points, definitely made us laugh. Coming in, I didn't really know what it was going to be like, but she definitely, very interesting, made it very interesting.
The person who has the drinking problem, as stupid as it may sound, is really the last person to know. They really are. They really think everybody's doing this, I'm the same, and they're different, and they don't know it. So that's why friends have to step up and point out, you know what, we're not all doing that. We're not.
According to the National Institute on Alcohol Abuse, 1,400 college students die each year from alcohol-related unintentional injuries. 600,000 students are assaulted by another student, and 400,000 students have unprotected sex. If students have a high tolerance, are suffering from blackouts, or are having problems with only having one drink, then those are really signs of alcoholism, and they really need to get help.
Great, thanks. That's great information, Erica.
Thank you for.
With Christmas just around the corner, you may be in the giving mood this holiday season. CSU and Bonfils Blood Center are offering the chance for students and community members to give a little blood to those in need. The next CSU Blood Drive will take place December 5th from 9:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. in the North Ballroom of the Laurie Student Center. There are several guidelines you must follow in order to donate blood. You must be at least 18 years of age, weigh at least 110 pounds, be in good health with no history of HIV or AIDS, and it must have been at least 56 days since the last time you donated blood. For more information, call Bonfils Blood Center.
Colorado State's International Education Program is hosting a World AIDS Day Candlelight Vigil. It's part of the community-wide HIV/AIDS awareness campaign. The vigil is designed to remember those who have suffered or have passed away because of the disease.
HIV and AIDS is just a hugely growing pandemic around the world, and here locally as well, but it's such a hidden disease that there's people that look just like you and me who may be walking around, struggling through AIDS or HIV, and there's such a negative stereotype that's still associated with the disease that we just really want to educate people to get over that and to really just reach out and, let's come together for a common cure. And
The World AIDS Day Candlelight Vigil will be held tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. in the Sutherland Gardens of the Laurie Student Center. A list of names will be read at the end of the ceremony, remembering those who have suffered or who are suffering from the disease. All who attend the event can warm up after with hot cocoa and cookies while they watch a documentary about HIV and AIDS.
Stay tuned to CTV News, because coming up we'll show you how to nominate your favorite teacher for a prestigious award.
And we'll also take a look at what Mother Nature has in store for the rest of the week. We'll be right back.
From Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Stephanie Ross, Jared Worksma, Zach Borg Sports, and Sam Anderson Entertainment. You're watching Campus Television News.
Hello, I'm Dexter Yarbrough, Chief of Police of the Colorado State University Police Department. The CSUPD is a full-service law enforcement agency devoted to the welfare of the university community. We work hand-in-hand with our students, faculty, and staff to promote the educational and occupational experiences of all. For further information, feel free to contact us at 491-6425. And also, we're located here on campus in Green Hall. Thank you.
The Career Center, located in Ammons Hall on campus, is your best source for job search assistance, offering services ranging from employer information sessions to on-campus interviews. The Career Center will work with you to find the job of your dreams. Helping every level of student, the Career Center has resources including a new cyber cafe, individualized career counseling, resume advice, internship assistance, and interview skill training, all to get you on the right job path. Start finding the job you want right now. Visit the Career Center, located in Ammons Hall on the CSU Oval.
The verdict regarding the future of the Sigma Pi fraternity house that Samantha Stevens' body was found in was released earlier. 6 people were arrested in conjunction with this weekend's riots. 3 CSU students were arrested for Friday night's riot on the island. This week, wildfires ravaged Larimer County. Police caused firefighters to work around the clock to get to this team. I'm Audrey, and thanks for joining us tonight.
Be in the know. CTV on iBlueTV.com. Entertainment from students for students.
Welcome back. The cold weather seems as though it has just snuck up on Fort Collins over the Thanksgiving break.
In fact, since Sunday night, the temperatures have not reached a high above 40 degrees. Students coming back from their trips home for Turkey were likely driving back in nasty weather. Fort Collins received almost a foot of snow on Sunday, and the freezing temperatures have kept that snow on the ground. Look at our extended forecast. Shows a low of 10 degrees tonight with a light wind. Wednesday will be partly cloudy with a high of 38 and a low around 15. Thursday looks about the same, and then we'll be warming up on Friday and Saturday with mostly sunny skies. The highs in the 40s and 50s and the lows in the teens.
These cold temperatures are bringing more than just the chills. The recent cold front has brought a rash of car thefts. On Monday alone, 7 cars were stolen due to people warming up their cars in their driveways. The Fort Collins Police Department says that leaving your keys in the ignition unattended is against the law, but that they do understand that with the cold weather, it's difficult to get into a freezing vehicle. They offered a few suggestions if you feel that you must warm up your car before driving. Keep an extra key so that you can lock your car while it's still running, stay in the car while it is warming up, or simply purchase a remote car starter that would allow you to start the car from a remote without having to put the key in the ignition.
Tonight, the Black Definition Student Organization hosted Speaker Rick Jones. Jones is an attorney who is currently the director of the TJ Ford Foundation. He, with a 2-part series of speakers making their way to CSU, the Black Definition Student Organization hopes that by bringing such influential speakers to the campus will create more interaction among students on campus.
First, we want to make sure the students understand that this is an open event and all are welcome. Secondly, that students realize that African American and Black History Month is more than just 28 days in February. And third, and most importantly, that we can continue dialoguing once the keynote speaker leaves, that we can.
On Thursday, reporter Dominic Garcia will have a more in-depth look at Rick Jones' speech and the students' reaction.
The Best Teacher Awards are coming in February and nomination forms are ready to be filled out. The award ceremony was created by the Alumni Association to recognize professors on campus who demonstrate excellence in teaching.
It's usually based on the life lessons that professors have taught the students here. Anything that has made a student just say wow about this professor.
The nomination forms can be downloaded from CSU's website and either turned in online or handed in to the Student Alumni Connection Office in the Laurie Student Center.
And Colorado State Athletics didn't take a break over the holiday season, and Zach Borg joins us to catch us up. And Zach, the big question of the break was, would Ram volleyball stay or go for the NCAA tournament?
Well, you bet, Steph. The Rams were hoping to host the opening rounds of the NCAA volleyball version of the Big Dance, but to do that, they'd have to finish up the regular season strong. And coming up next in sports, I'll show you how the Lady Rams wrapped up the year and tell you where they'll be for the NCAA tournament.
iBlueTV.com. iBlueTV.com. The Internet Television Revolution. iBlueTV.com. The Internet Television Revolution.
Students making 11,000 bike trips a day. Bicycle safety is important on the CSU campus. CSU Bike Patrol officers work to maintain safety and regulate bicycle traffic. They need your help. Obey all posted signs. Make sure you have a light on your bike at night. Walk your bike in dismount zones. Yield to pedestrians at all times. By doing these things, you will be maintaining bicycle safety at CSU. For more information, call 491-6425.
Legion Classifieds, how may I help you?
Place it, find it, buy it, sell it, rent it. All this and more with the Rocky Mountain Collegian Classifieds, as low as $4.50 a day. Call 491-1686, 491-1686.
And now, CTV Sports with Zach Borg.
Karshner will set it in the middle. For Sommerfeld, can't knock it over. It's Colorado State taking the Mountain West Conference Tournament Championship.
The Colorado State Ram volleyball squad became the first team in Mountain West Conference history to win the tournament on their home court 2 weeks ago. And after bringing home the hardware, CSU celebrated senior night last Wednesday against the Idaho Vandals. The waterworks were definitely flowing in an emotional pregame ceremony that honored the 5 departing Rams seniors prior to what appeared to be their final match at Moby Arena. At the time, Colorado State was hoping that their strong regular season would earn them the right to host the first and second rounds of the NCAA tournament, but they'd have to wait until Sunday to learn the answer to that. As for the match, CSU made short work of Idaho. Already up a game in the second frame, it's the senior connection of Melissa Courtney and Katie Jo Cahoon with that hammer to put away game 2, 30-19. And in the final game, it's Dre Downs with the finisher to sweep up the Vandals 3-0. And after the match, it was fittingly the seniors who made it clear that they still plan on playing volleyball for a few more weeks.
Final four. That's all our goal. We're already on track. I think it's realistic. Mentally, we're all there. We want to be there. So we're looking forward to being competitive and trying to go all the way.
With their high expectations in tow, Sunday's NCAA tournament selection show would determine who the Rams would play and where they would go. CTV's Kevin Tappan and Richie Rodriguez were with the Rams when the announcement was made.
After winning the Mountain West Conference tournament for the second straight year and finishing with a 26-3 record, CSU will head to the NCAA tournament for the 10th straight time. Sunday night, CSU waited patiently at CB and Potts to see if they would in fact host part of this season's NCAA tournament. They also waited to see what their bracket would entail and who their first opponent would be. When the brackets were announced, the first two rounds showed favor for CSU because the matches will be hosted here at Moby Arena on the CSU campus. CSU will play their first match against Purdue on Thursday, and if they win that one, they will play the winner of the CU-Hawaii match on Friday in the second round.
Well, I still can't believe it. And I mean, the fact that we're hosting three great teams along with us. And Hawaii is one of the top 4 seeds in the tournament. We get to host it here. This is like a dream come true to me.
So I think it's a tribute also to our fans because of the great attendance that we get, because of the exciting venue we have for volleyball. So I'm excited for our team. I'm excited for Coach Hilbert and his staff. And we're going to have a great event here. And we'll encourage all of the students and all the Ram fans to get out and come watch this great sub-regional.
For CTV Sports, this is Richie Rodriguez.
The volleyball version of the Big Dance hits Fort Collins on Thursday night. The Colorado Buffaloes will start things off against undefeated Hawaii at 5 p.m., with CSU and the Purdue Boilermakers getting the primetime billing at 7. Winners from those matches will meet in the second round the following day at 7, with a Sweet 16 berth on the line. And all Ram volleyball matches will be broadcast live on 90.5 KCSU. While volleyball is near the climax of their season, both CSU basketball teams have only just begun their journeys. The Lady Rams were in town over the weekend for the Rocky Mountain Invitational, and after defeating Iona on Friday night, Colorado State looked to take the tourney title Saturday against the UAB Blazers. Big nights for Melissa Dennett and Lindsey Thomas. In the first half, Dennett with one of her career-high 15 boards and one on the putback. Rams up 10 at the break. And then it's Lindsey Thomas with the little up and under move. She had a career high in points scored with 20 as the Rams cruised to an 82-57 victory to take the Rocky Mountain Invitational. Colorado State is back in action tonight against the Pepperdine Waves. If you can't make it to Moby, tune into CTV News on Thursday for exclusive highlights. And you have to wonder if Lindsey Thomas will find it as smooth a sailing against the Waves as she did the Blazers.
We just, in the post, they weren't stopping us at all tonight in the post, and we just were able to do whatever we wanted. And so I think our guards recognized that and were able to get us the ball.
After 3 straight wins to begin the season, men's basketball traveled to Indianapolis to play the IUPUI Jaguars on Saturday night. IUPUI's nickname is Ooey Pooey, and that's fitting since the Rams played like Ooey Pooey in a 77-67 loss. CSU is currently in Auburn, tangling with the undefeated Auburn Tigers as we speak. And finally tonight, for all the beginnings in Colorado State athletics, there was an end over the break as football finished a disappointing season at Air Force a week ago Saturday. After opening up a 17-14 lead on Johnny Walker's electrifying reverse, the Rams would go on to give up 30 unanswered points and fall 47-17. On the bright side, 4 Rams were named to the All-Conference team yesterday. Joel Dreesen and Eric Pears were named to the first team All-Mountain West, with Patrick Goodpaster and David Anderson getting second-team honors. Nice awards, but probably not going to take away the sting of missing out on postseason play.
And speaking of that, what a great opportunity for the volleyball team to host the NCAA tournament.
Well, it sure is. The last time the Rams hosted the tournament was in 2001, and they won both of their matches to advance to the Sweet 16 that year. Certainly going to be a challenge with teams like Purdue, CU, and undefeated Hawaii in town. But what better place to take them on than right here in Fort Collins?
Great. Thanks, Zach. And coming up, Sam will have entertainment. Stay tuned.
For all the highs, and the lows, for every victory from around the Mountain West and the rest of the NCAA. Your only source for CSU Ram sports. CTV Sports Fest.
The Lurie Student Center is the place to be. It's the place for taking care of business and the place to buy and sell textbooks.
It's the place for staying connected. Student organizations, leadership programs, and more, all right here. It's the place to eat. It's the place for entertainment. There's always something happening at the LSC. Movies, art exhibits, and special performances. Check it out online.
The Lowry Student Center is definitely the place to be.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Ramblers.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is Tuesday night. Welcome to the Ramblers. I am Travis Huntington.
I'm Tyler Kraus. I'm Chris Dittmer. A great game this weekend. Another huge game for the Rams. Don't forget to tune in to the Ramblers every Tuesday night from 6 to 8 right here on 90.5 KCSU.
And now, CTV Entertainment with Sam Anderson.
With finals lurking around the corner, you may want to release some stress, and a great way to do that is to dance. The Swing Dance Society, along with Fort Jazz Big Band, is hosting an event tomorrow evening.
We give lessons from just the absolute basic steps. So even if you've never done any sort of dance before, we've taught all sorts of different people that didn't think they could dance. So if you just come with a friend or even alone, there's lots of really cool people, and you don't have to worry about not knowing what you're doing because we'll teach you how.
The Swing Dance Society with Fort Jazz Big Band is tomorrow, December 1st. It will take place in the Lowry Student Center with lessons at 7 and the dance at 8. Tickets are $6 for adults and $5 for students. And if dance is not up your alley, live music is sure to release some stress. ASAP is putting on a free concert with singer-songwriter Rob Gonzalez. If you like modern rock music, you don't want to miss this. Rob Gonzalez will be performing in the Lowry Student Center Theater Saturday, December 4th at 8 p.m. with special guest Christopher Jack. The concert is free for everyone. You can also catch a special sneak peek performance Friday, December 3rd in the LSC Sunken Lounge. And we all met the parents back in 2000. You remember Gaylord Fokker and all his mishaps with the Burns family. Well, this time the tables have turned, and it's time to meet his parents. After giving male nurse Greg Fokker permission to marry his daughter Pam, ex-CIA man Jack Burns and his wife are traveling to Detroit to meet Greg's parents. The hyper-relaxed Fokkers and the uptight Burns are mismatched from the start, which makes for an excellent comedy. Here's a little preview.
A man reaches a certain age when he realizes what's truly important. You know what that is?
Love, friendship, just love, I think.
His legacy.
That too.
If your family circle joins my family circle, they'll form a chain. I can't have a chink in my chain. Is that your father?
That is my father.
Jack Burns, Pam's father. Give me some love.
No.
What are you so shy about? Come here.
That's a good icebreaker.
Hello, I'm Roz Fokker.
Look, son, I've displayed all your awards. I didn't know they made 9th place ribbons. They have them up to 10th place. There's a bunch of them on the A for Effort shelf there.
My family's a little quirky.
I'm a sex therapist who specializes in senior sexuality.
But they're really well-intentioned.
Greggy practically slept in our bed till he was 10.
Oh, I don't think it was quite that long.
Yeah, it was that long.
Meet the Fokkers hits theaters December 22nd and is rated PG-13. Check your local theaters for dates and times. With snowfall comes winter sports, which means it's time to pull out your skis and snowboard if you haven't already. And don't worry if you haven't hit the slopes yet, you have plenty of opportunities coming up over Christmas break. The CSU Snow Riders Club is hosting their annual Jackson Hole trip.
It's a really fun time. I encourage anyone who's enthusiastic about skiing or riding, whatever your ability level, to come out and have some fun with the Snow Riders. Come see what we're all about. It's a really fun club, and we're very committed to having a good time.
The Jackson Hole trip goes from January 2nd through January 7th. Final payments are due by December 3rd in the Snow Riders office. The price for members is $435 and $450 for non-members. The trip includes round-trip transportation, 5 nights lodging, a 4-day lift ticket, food and beverages, and other activities.
Sam, that sounds like a great deal and a really good time.
Yeah, you know, at first it seems like a lot of money, but I think it's really worth it.
Yeah, that sounds great. Thanks, Sam. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Campus service officers are the eyes and ears of the CSU Police Department. They provide safe walks to all students and are available 7 days a week. To request a Safe Walk, pick up an emergency phone on campus, call the Safe Walk line, or simply ask a CSO on duty. CSOs patrol and provide walks from Constitution to Matthews Street and Prospect to Mulberry Street. To be safely escorted to your destination, call 491-1155.
One radio, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, zero commercials.
Turn it up, turn it up.
90.5 KCSU.
90.5.
This is your student-run radio.
It is your student-run radio station.
On your FM dial, run by students, for students. It's 90.5 KCSU.
This is the last week of production for CTV News, meaning that this is our last Tuesday show until spring semester. We want to congratulate all CSU students who are graduating in December, and a special goodbye to our CTV News graduates, News Director America Krause, News Anchors Audra Ensign, Jared Worksma, and News Producer and Anchor Elizabeth Kerrigan. Good luck, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks for joining us tonight for all of your news, sports, and entertainment. And don't forget to tune in on Thursday for this semester's last edition of CTV News. Have a good night.
For news, sports, and entertainment, you're watching Campus Television, Channel 25, weeknights from 8 to midnight.